Hey guys, it's Sophie. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we're doing a makeup video. Very excited for that. So last week I posted a haul of all the stuff I got for summer and like just stuff I needed. I was out of a lot of stuff. On top of me trying new things, I also just needed to refill some stuff I was out that I already love. And I got a new brush kit because literally my old ones right here, every time I'd wash them, they'd like fall apart. Like I was able to like screw them back together. Oh my god, they're dusty. I haven't put my makeup on in a while, but yeah. So I just need new ones. I hadn't had new ones since 2020, so I just thought it was time to get a new kit. Amazon, SheGlam, Ulta, Walmart, and Target. Those are the 5 places I bought from. So yeah, let's get into it. So I already did my skincare, and my skin's actually looking pretty good right now, except I'm having an eczema flare-up on this eyelid. First, we need to prep the skin like with primers, since I already did the moisturizer and stuff like that. I love using them together. I did write some makeup notes just to like tell you exactly what it says it's supposed to do. And yeah, so the liquid putty, lightweight, grips makeup, long lasting, minimizes pores, and it's vegan and cruelty free. So yeah, it definitely does minimize my pores, which is why I like to use that one first, because on its own, it did make my makeup last longer than if I wasn't wearing anything, like any primer, you know. But at the same time, oh, my cat just came in. If you heard my door open, it was just my cat. But yeah, but at the same time, I think adding something on top to really grip it has been helping it stay on even longer, so that's why I started using both of them. So the niacinamide one is a gel formula for gripping makeup for long-lasting wear. It's a dewy finish, good for all skin types. It's vegan and cruelty-free, and the niacinamide is for evening and brightening skin tone. And you can get both of these for $10. And actually, I was on Ulta's website last night, like looking up the details, and they were on sale for like $6. I don't know if they're still on sale, but they were. I didn't get the deal either, but they were on sale the other day, so maybe go check that out quick. And then I also like to use a pink concealer. This isn't new, but this is a pink concealer I like to use under my eyes, and this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade 160. I believe it's like $10. It's pretty cheap. So yeah, we're going to prime the face. So this is a brand called BS Mall, and it's on Amazon. You can literally get a whole freaking kit for $17. It's pretty cool. I just hope they actually work. And look at this little sticker. They're cherries. Isn't that cute? Comes with this cute little case. Did you know they made beauty blender cases? I didn't know that. So that'll be really good for traveling. And it also came with little beauty blenders. Came with 3 of them. I love little beauty blenders, especially for concealer. It's just, they're great. And besides the 3 little beauty blenders, the case, there's also another beauty blender. So you get two big beauty blenders, 1 case, 3 little beauty blenders, and all the brushes. Obviously there's 18 brushes. 7 are for the face and 11 are for your eyes. And then you get a little cup to hold it in, which is so cute. Oh, I thought it spun. I thought it spun, but it didn't. But oh well. Actually, I think it does spin. Yeah, it does spin. Ah! And this was what my old one was looking like that I got at Walmart for like $3. I think this is a lot cuter personally, so I really hope they work out. So yeah, first thing we're gonna test out of the makeup brushes is one of these guys, because I want to use it for my pink under eye concealer. But I need to go wet these down really quick, and I'll be right back. One thing that annoyed me when I was like looking up notes, sorry, I'm using the finder as a mirror right now, so don't mind that, but one thing that annoyed me when I was looking up notes, a lot of products said they're long lasting, but they didn't say like how many hours. So I was like, okay, well, what is long wear then? You know what I mean? So then I googled it and it said long wear is like anywhere from like 8 to 12 hours. So this said it's long lasting. Pretty much every product says that almost, I feel. So let's hope my makeup lasts 8 hours, and right now it's 1:30. I actually normally use my hands for that, but I didn't want to get up to rinse my hands off, so I just decided to use my beauty blender, and that felt really nice. It's super squishy. Oh my goodness, as you can see, I'm almost out of this one, so it's making awful noises. But yes, this I might have to use my fingers for, because it's like skincare too. So I just like to put this under my eyes, and then I like to, you know, blend it in with my beauty blender. I just like to do this because I feel like if I do just concealer, I don't know, it's just, it doesn't look as good. So today we're doing a completely new base, and I've seen this on TikTok quite a bit. It's the Revolution Skin Silk Foundation. I think it's been out for a while now. I think at least like 6 months, 3 months. I'm always a little late to the game, but I love it. You take the lid off, there's a pump. There's a pump. Every freaking company needs to have a pump. And if you saw my last wear test, you would know that I actually bought individual pumps for foundation off Amazon, and I'll link that video down below if you want to see how those work. Most serum foundations don't have a pump, so I'm very happy that this one does. And I don't know if I've ever tried Revolution before. That's a brand I'm not familiar with. The Skin Silk Foundation is $14 by Makeup Revolution. There's 20 shades. It is lightweight, breathable. It's the Your Skin But Better feeling. So it's not full coverage, but it is buildable. It's suitable for all skin types, and it's a serum, so it has hyaluronic acid and peptides in it. And hyaluronic acid is for hydrating, and the peptides are for brightening. It doesn't say long lasting on here though, so we're gonna have to set it really well because, yeah, I want it to last 8 hours. Let's see if it does. But for summer, I just thought this would be perfect because I really want that lightweight serum feeling, you know what I mean? I always just pump some on the back of my hand. Ooh, as you can see, it's like really runny. That's probably the most runny I've ever used. I feel like maybe I should have shook it before. I maybe should have shook it. There's some bubbles in it too. Like, I don't know if you can see that. But the shade I got is F2. It's supposed to be more for like neutral skin tones. Ooh, this has a smell. It's not bad, but it has a smell. And I'm sensitive to scents, so me saying that there's a smell but it's not bothering me, that means a lot to me. But as you can see, it's not like super coveragey, but it covers like enough where my redness is gone. And I mean, you can still kind of see my blemishes, but I like that real skin look personally, so that doesn't bother me. And plus, when I use concealer, that'll cover my blemishes up more. So far I like it. I could do another pump to build it up, which maybe I should do that, but I don't know if I want to do that. So this next product is one I've wanted to try really bad ever since I tried the Lorelei, my Gilmore Girls brain, the L'Oreal, what is it called? True Match foundation with the pump. That's like my new favorite foundation. I would use it with this because I'm sure they're supposed to go together, but I finished it up a while ago and I want to try a new one. But yeah, I had to try the concealer. I don't even know if the concealer was out yet when I used the foundation. It might have been, but yeah, this was kind of expensive. This was $16. That's an expensive drugstore concealer in my opinion, so I really hope it's good. I got the shade, oh, N1. I got the shade N1. So neutral one, literally says light pale on the top. So it has kind of an interesting, yeah, look at that. It has a really interesting shaped applicator. True Match concealer, $16. It's skincare makeup. It's supposed to help with dark circles, depuff your eyes, and iron out fine lines with its unique applicator. So that's why the applicator is shaped like that. It's supposed to brighten and even out your under eyes, corrects like concealer, but hydrates like a serum. Can be used for contour and highlighting, suitable for sensitive skin. There's hyaluronic acid and caffeine infused in it. It doesn't say it's long wearing, so that part worries me. So again, we're gonna have to like set it really well. For the moment, I'm just going to put it under my eyes, and then I like to contour first and then do the rest of my concealer all over my face, because sometimes with contouring, since I'm so pale, if I don't do that after, like if I don't do my concealer on my face after I contour, it doesn't look right. So I know you're supposed to do the concealer like a little bit over here and a little bit over here, and I've done that, but I don't like it. I like just a swoop better. I think that looks really nice. I like that a lot. It doesn't like smell. It feels breathable. I don't see any lines under my eyes. Do you? I don't. Yeah, I like it so far. All right, here's my under eyes with this concealer. I think it looks pretty good. We gotta set it still, but before we do that, I'm going to contour and then conceal the blemishes on my face. So I wanted to try She Glam really bad. I haven't tried it yet, and this is the contour wand. I really like the applicator, at least how it looks. I've never used it. I like how it looks, And yeah, I got a different shade than I normally would. Normally I go for a cool tone contour shade because, I don't know, I just liked it. So I'll show you what that cool tone shade looks like versus like a more warm tone. They did have a cool tone shade on She Glam, but I decided to go with a warm tone because it's summertime and I just wanted to kind of warm it up. And it did say on the website that this shade Golden Sun was for neutral skin tones. But yeah, so that top one is the e.l.f. cool toned one, and that bottom is the She Glam warm tone, neutral toned one. So you can see the difference. I just wanted to try something different. I hope I like it because I'll be honest, I can be picky. The contour Golden Sun, $6. It's for a neutral skin tone. It's a liquid contour. It's highly pigmented. It's, I can't read my own handwriting. It's blendable, long lasting, and use it to sculpt face, vegan, cruelty free, and talc free. So it is blending out super easy. So now that we did that, let's cover up my skin pimples with the new concealer. So just like under the eyes, it's blending out on my face just fine. There's a foundation brush, which I didn't use. There's a small foundation brush that I also didn't use. A nose shadow brush that I didn't use. And yeah, I'm mad at myself now. So I'm gonna like redo some stuff. Even though I don't need more foundation, we're gonna do it anyway. But yeah, so this is really helpful because on the back of the box, it shows you what all the brushes look like and what they do. And they're pink, how cute is that? But yeah, I believe this is the foundation brush. It definitely looks like it. I wish it said on here too. It doesn't. All it says on the handle is BS Mall, which is the brand. I don't know if you're supposed to put it on the brush or on your hand. I'm not sure. I just put it on the brush. And then we'll just rub it in. I've actually never used a foundation brush, ever. I've heard if you use a foundation brush, it's higher coverage, which would make sense because you don't have a sponge absorbing anything. But they feel really nice. They're really soft. I think it blended out super nice. It was really quick, thank God. I have no patience. So yeah, okay, so far, good foundation brush. So again, I don't think I've ever used a brush to blend out my contour. I've always used a sponge. So let's see here. Okay, yeah, that doesn't blend it out that good, I'll be honest. Like, it's super soft, the brush, and it feels nice, but it's not really blending it out that good. So I would definitely use a sponge to blend out my contour. These are my two most predominant scars. So I'm going to see how well it covers up with the brush. Again, I've never used a concealer brush. I never have. I'm such a sponge girl. So like, yeah, that covered it, right? But now it's like, how do I make it blend in to the rest of my skin? Do I use my finger? Do I use a sponge? I don't really know. I'm just gonna use my finger, I guess. I hate using my fingers for makeup. Fun fact, I just don't like to get my hands dirty. I don't like to get my hands sticky. I really don't like that. So yeah, it did cover it, but then you gotta figure out how to, not like all the way. From far away, I can still see the shadow. But I mean, I think it covered it more than a sponge does. So that's good, I guess. Now that I did that, I'm going to blend the rest of it in with my sponge. But yeah, this one is, I think, the nose angled shadow brush. We're just gonna kind of reshape it a little bit. Again, it's like, yeah, it's going in, but then how do you finish the rest of it? You know, like, you can clearly tell there's something on my nose. Maybe it's just I don't have the patience to sit here and blend it out with a brush because I don't have the patience. Like, look at that. Ugh. I'm definitely a sponge girl for this as well. Okay, but because I did that, I think I need more concealer on my nose because now my nose looks too dark in my opinion. So I'm gonna just add a little bit more concealer on the nose. I like how the applicator is. I like the applicator a lot. But yeah, we're going to blend this out. And I'm gonna see if any other brushes can be used right now. Okay, there's a multi-function brush. I don't know which one that would be because I feel like it looks like the other ones. So we're not gonna use that. I think my sponge is kind of my multi-function tool. But yeah, so we're not gonna use that one. There is a fan brush and a blush brush and a powder brush. We will be using all of those, but I'm going to use those for powders. So for my liquid blush, we're gonna use my Beauty Blender because I prefer that. But now we're gonna move on to the blush, and this is the She Glam liquid blush. I got in the shade Hot Topic. What was I on when I was ordering this? I feel like this is crazy. Look at that. What was I on? What was I on? Look at the difference between the one I normally use and this one. I think I just was thinking, try something new. It's summertime. So the blush is $6. I think it came in like 12 shades. There's a lot of shades. It's a liquid blush. There are warm, neutral, and cool tones that you can choose from. I got the shade Hot Topic. That was what that's called. I was also looking at the one called Love Cake. I almost bought that one. It's like it's a neutral tone pink still, but it's more muted. Let's see. They got new packaging as well. Their old packaging wasn't pink. It looked a little different from this. It's a lightweight gel cream formula. They're highly pigmented. They're matte. They're vegan, cruelty-free, and talc-free. Oh my goodness. Oh shit. That's a, ooh. And I'm gonna do one dot at a time because I don't know how fast I'm gonna have to blend it out. Okay. That blended out good. Okay, whew. Maybe I could have done 2 dots actually. That actually looks pretty good. Okay, yep, I really like this. So yeah, that blended out great. I could actually do another dot, which I didn't think would happen because you see how pigmented this is. So I'm gonna do one more dot. Never thought I'd say that. And I think this is actually a really pretty color for summer. If I wanted to get more of these, I would definitely get a muted tone for the fall and the winter, or a darker tone for like fall, like a rosy color, like a rosy pink instead of like a bright pink or a coral pink. Oh yeah, that could be pretty. I don't know how long you have to blend it out because I kind of just did it right away, but I would definitely just start blending it as soon as you can with any liquid blush. I think they're highly pigmented. I think they are buildable. Yeah, I think they are more matte than dewy. All right, so that's the blush so far, digging it. And then I'll set it with a powder blush. So next we're going to do the She Glam highlight. It came in 3 shades, one more like a golden highlight, one more of a pinky highlight, and like a white one. This is the shade Vanilla Frost, so I got the white one. That's the swatch of Vanilla Frost. Again, it was $6 on the website. So it says it's dewy, buildable, long wearing, lightweight and hydrating formula. It's a liquid, not cream finish. Again, 3 shades. It's a shimmer finish as well. It's supposed to be smudge proof, and then again, it's vegan, talc free, and cruelty free. Love that it has a doe foot applicator. But yeah, I don't like how this is blending in. As you can see, I'm touching it with my sponge and it's like not doing anything. Don't like that. No, 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 no siree. Yeah, you have to use your fingers. It's looking like, it looks really pretty. I just don't like that I have to use my fingers. Actually, it's a little too much. Look at that. That's crazy. We're gonna have to set it really good with powder. And then I feel like it's emphasizing my texture a little bit, which I don't love that, obviously. Next, I'm going to use the powder brush to powder my face. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's definitely this one. So I'm gonna grab my powder. I did not get any powder, but my favorite powder for the whole face is the True Match L'Oreal powder. And it has no scent, which is why I like it. And again, I have it in the shade like, I think N1 or something. So when I powder my face, I just dip it in there, tap it off. I just kind of go around all the areas I wouldn't want to be shiny. I wouldn't normally go over my highlighter, but I'm gonna, just because that was crazy. I really don't like this highlighter, you guys. Like, I'm a dewy girl too, and I still think that's too much. So I like this brush, and I like the, what else? And then the foundation brush so far. The other brushes, not really for me, unfortunately. Oh, and I love the sponges. This, and the cup it came in. So I like half of it so far. Okay, maybe I can set this with a cream highlighter. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. I have my, not a cream highlighter, oh my gosh, a powder highlighter. I have 2 Rare Beauty highlighters. I love them both. This is the shade Mesmerize. It's more of like a pinky highlighter, and it's more natural, so normally this is my go-to. But this is gonna match the highlighter, the She Glam highlighter better. This is the shade Enlighten. It's like not focusing on it, but as you can see, it's like more of a white. So we're gonna use this one today. I have a feeling it's just gonna enhance it. I don't think it's gonna I don't know. Okay, I think there's a highlight brush as well. Let me see here. There's a fan brush, which I like a highlight brush better than a fan brush. Like, I know you can use fan brushes for highlighter. Like, I have one from a long time ago that I used to use. But I personally think that this kind of highlight brush is better and easier. But for today, we will use the fan brush from the kit. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like it at all. Like, so you see what I'm saying? Like, this is just, it's so much easier to control, and I feel like it disperses it better. Like, yeah, I definitely like this one better. And again, it looks crazy. I don't know, that just enhanced my texture right here. I'm actually gonna take, I could use my normal powder, but I think I'm gonna use some banana powder. Oh, I didn't set my blush. Shoot, or do bronzer, you guys. But we're gonna take my banana powder from Essence. It's literally $2. I love it. I take this little thing. Oh my, why? You can get a pack of these on Amazon for like, I think it was like $7. You get like 10 of them or something. You just dip it in your powder. I like to concentrate it on the back of my hand. And then yeah, we're just gonna rub it into the place where that highlighter left me shiny, that I don't want to be shiny. You see how that just like, you see how that was like boom, and now it's like boom, and just that part's highlighted, which is what I wanted. So yeah, love this powder. It just, it works for like everything. I love it so much, and it's so affordable. I forgot to bronze, so we'll use bronzer. I feel like if you do contour, you don't really need to use bronzer, but I like to do both. I like to set it with my bronzer normally. So let me see, are any of these gonna be what? I feel like you'd use an angled brush for bronzer and contour, and I didn't like it for contour, so maybe I'll like it for bronzer. So yeah, we'll take that. I think this is the angled brush, right? Is this the angled brush? This is the angled brush. We'll try this for the bronzer. I didn't like it for the contour, but maybe the bronzer I'll like it. That's much better for bronzer in my opinion. So I'm just gonna finish doing this, and then I'll come back with the blush brush. This is the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush. It's okay. I definitely like the Milani Baked Blush a lot better, but this is like way cheaper. It's like half the price of that one. And people are talking about it a lot, so that's why I ordered it. And I like it, but I like the other one better. So we're gonna take the new blush brush that I got. And this is the why I ordered new brushes in the beginning, because my old blush brush, see, I love it, but it's literally like broken. So this is why I ordered new brushes to begin with. So this one better work, because I actually like legit need it, not just want it. And it's working. I actually think my other brush worked better, but it is working, so that's good. So there's the blush. I should have done highlight after blush, kind of messed that up on accident, but it's okay, it's okay. And yeah, that looks fine. This brush is fine. So good, that's what I needed, so I'm glad that worked out. And then of course I'm just gonna mute it a little bit with my sponge, because I just want to make sure it all looks even. I did not put highlighter on my nose. I haven't done that yet, and I love to put highlighter on my nose. Before we do that though, we're going to do my under eyes. It's the Perfect Pour Pink Packed Pink powder, and I got it on Amazon. It was in my last makeup wear test video. I think it was like 10 bucks. You see how just like brightening it is? It actually looks, if you can see, I kind of gotta blend it out a little bit. I feel like highlighter on the nose is like kind of not very trendy anymore. I don't care, I love it. I think it's cute. This was, when it came out, super duper viral, because you know, people love the gripping primer. And yeah, I'm gonna read you some notes on it really quick here. So this was $10. It's a makeup gripping water base and moisturizing oil base setting spray. It gives a dewy finish, and it says it's long lasting, and it says it's vegan. I don't know if you're supposed to shake it first, but I did. Hopefully that's fine. Let's see how it mists. I've heard the mist is really good. Like the spray is really good. Oh yeah, that's a great spray. Holy. And I don't really smell any scents. So perfect. Okay, let's go. That mist is perfect. You know, sometimes when you spray something and it's just like boom. No, like this is just a mist. Like I could spray it 10 times. Should have closed my mouth. and like it wouldn't bother me. Oh my god, I love that so far. This is my base. I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks better on camera than it does in real life, but it looks pretty good. Okay, so I got nothing new for my eyebrows except these 2 eyebrow brushes, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use them because I just have like a pen, right, from e.l.f. with a spoolie, and then I just have my Wow Brow gel. So I feel like there's gonna be like no way, because this is like a gel, so it comes with a thing. Like I just feel like there's no way I'm gonna be able to utilize these because I don't like dip it into a brow pomade or use like brown eyeshadow. I have never done that. I think I've done it like a couple times, but these are just way easier in my opinion, and it's cheaper in my opinion. Maybe it's not cheaper, because if you do the eyeshadow thing, it's like, you know, 2 things with 1 stone. But if you get like a legit eyeshadow pomade thing, I feel like those can get spendy. So I'm not going to use these because I don't need them. Probably just use my gel, keep it natural. And then I didn't get any new eyeshadow. I'll use the brushes, but didn't get any new eyeshadow. So I'm just going to use my nude color, my Nude Mood by ColourPop. So I'm going to quickly do my brows off camera because I'm not going to use those brushes. And then I'll come back to do the eyeshadow brushes with you guys. These, I think, are the eyeshadow brushes. There also is a lip brush, but I don't have that out right now because we'll do lips later. Yeah, I think that's what we have left besides the eyebrow brushes too, but I'm not going to use those, as I said earlier. So this is like the new, and this is my old, and I have like a mixture of a bunch of brushes. So half of these are Real Technique brushes, and the other half is like a Disney brand, because if you look on the bottom of these, they're Hocus Pocus. So my mom got them for me, so I'll never get rid of them. But yeah, I like them. I've had them a long time and I like them, but I just want to try something new. Again, it doesn't say what they are on the brushes, so I'm just guessing here. Some of these are huge. Like this says it's a large eyeshadow brush, and they weren't lying. Okay, look at that. Why would I ever need an eyeshadow brush this big? I don't know. So I think that's a large eyeshadow brush. And then there's a small eyeshadow brush, which I believe, hopefully I'm right, I believe is this one. Okay, I think this is the halo brush and this is the detailed brush, now that I'm looking at the picture. It needs to say what they are on the stick, because the photos aren't helpful enough in my opinion. So yeah, and then after that, I see a multi-function brush, which I believe is this one. Yeah, that definitely is it. Used according to actual needs, so I guess you use it for whatever you want. And I think this is just the eyeshadow brush. So yeah, that's what they are looking like. Again, I like how soft they are, I like how they look, but I'm confused. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be using them for, and I don't like it. Oh, I also repurchased my favorite eyeshadow primer. It's the CoverGirl Lid Lockup, and I just really like it because it blends super easily. It has no smell, and it doesn't irritate my eyes. It's only like $9, and it's supposed to just make your makeup last longer, your eyeshadow be more pigmented, stuff like that. I don't know. I guess we'll use the big eyeshadow brush for just the base color. This is the shade Bluffin' in the Nude Mood palette by ColourPop, which I love, but I've had it for like 3 years now. So I feel like I should get a new one because, I don't know. I feel like it's probably expired, but we'll see. And I feel like no matter what I do, eyeshadow's just not gonna look good today. Because my eyelid is like flaky and eczema-y. We're just gonna do it anyway because I have a staff meeting tonight too, so it would be nice to not look disgusting around my coworkers. So yeah. Okay, that brush is fine. It's a little big, but it's fine. For my crease, I'm gonna use this one, I guess. I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to use it for that, but that's what I'm gonna use it for. I'm gonna take this shade Bare to Wear, tap off the excess. Okay, and we're just gonna push it into my crease. Okay, I'm not loving it as my crease brush. It's kind of like dense. Okay, well, let's try this one then for my crease. I wasn't loving that one. So we'll dip it in there, tap it off. Yeah, this one's a little better, I think, for a crease. I love my old crease brush though, so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be changing it. I really do. Like this crease brush by Real Techniques, oh my god, I love it so much. So I think I'm just gonna use this one. That first brush was fine. Probably use that first brush a lot. So this is like an angled brush, right? So I'm gonna take an angled brush and I'm going to kind of just outline the sides of my eyes just to get some more color on the sides of my eyes. Wow, but it's not thick enough in my opinion. So I feel like it's just not really showing up. Whereas like if you see this crease brush by my old one, that it's like angled but it's thick. So when you put it on, you can like see the color better. And I definitely like this one better. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sad I'm not loving these brushes like I hoped I would. So I like to blend it all together. That's what I feel like I'm gonna use the big one for, just to like blend it all together, even out the edges, stuff like that. Yeah, this works great as a blending brush. I like this. This is actually bigger than my other blending brush, so. Okay, so far I like 2 out of the 4 brushes. I like to normally go under my eye with that first color, so I'll do that with this brush right here. That's what I'll do. I feel like this is a good brush for that as well. So I like this brush as well. And then I like to take this shimmer shade called Wink Wink in the Nude Nude palette. Okay, these are the eyes. Nothing special, but it'll do. It'll work. So the eyeshadow brushes, I liked half of them. I like 3 out of the 4 out of the 6 I tried. I don't even remember. But I'm trying to think. I normally like to take a really little brush like this and like go under my lid and stuff. I don't know. There's a brush for that here. There's an eyeliner brush, but I never do eyeliner. Like, that's a little too small too. Like, I don't think that would help me very much. I could use one of the eyeshadow brushes that I didn't use. I think this is the lip brush, so I don't want to use that one. So I'm going to use that later. We'll just use this one. We'll use my old one for that. Just because, I don't know. I just know it's going to work. So I like to go under my brow bone just a little bit. In the inner corner just a little bit. This wasn't the original mascara I wanted to try. I wanted to try the e.l.f. Lash Extender mascara. That's like pretty new. But it wasn't at my Ulta or my Target. I couldn't find it. So I went with this one instead because I saw a TikTok about it. And I haven't used CoverGirl. Besides the lid lockup I just used. I haven't used like CoverGirl mascara in a long time. So basically I saw TikTok and a girl, she was trying all the drugstore mascaras. She tried about like 20 of them and this was her favorite. And I was like, wow, okay, if you're gonna try that many and this is your like your favorite, it's worth trying, I think. And it was only $10. So this is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher Extensions by Last Blush Mascara. It was $10. And I'm gonna read to you what it claims to do. So the CoverGirl Clump Crusher Mascara is $10. There's a curved brush and fine bristles that will give 20 times more volume. That's a high claim. I'm normally more of a lengthening girl, but at the same time I want there to be some volume, because if you can get it really like lengthening, but there's no volume, it just looks kind of like spider legs. So I'm kind of a girl where I like lengthening with a little bit of volume, whereas this sounds like it's volumizing with a little bit of length. But again, if that girl can try 20 mascaras and say this is the best, I had to try it. I just had to. And then it says 0 clumps and holds a curl. That's another reason I really wanted to try it, because if I'm gonna curl my eyelashes, I want it to hold, and most of the time it doesn't. And some mascaras do clump and raccoon eyes, which isn't good. So if that doesn't do that, that's also really important. And then it says it's cruelty free. So that's the notes. I'm going to curl my eyelashes. This is just a little eyelash curler. I'm also a girl that likes a thinner wand. And this isn't too thick. It's not too bad. And I like that it's curved. It reminds me a lot of the Lash Sensational. I think it looks just like the Lash Sensational wand. Oh my god, yeah, they're like identical. And this is one of my favorite drugstore mascaras. So yeah, they're pretty dang similar, I'd say. This is a little thicker actually. Okay, good. My favorite mascara is the Telescopic Mascara because it's super skinny, which I like. I also really like the e.l.f. Lash and Roll too. So those are my favorites at the moment. So let's just do this and see how lengthening it gets, how much volume we can get, and if it clumps. Because if it clumps, I'll be upset because it's the clump crusher. You know what I mean? Like, there should be no clumps. And this is gonna take me a really long time, so I'll be right back. All right, so here's the mascara. I like it. I see no clumps, which is nice. It's nice. It's lengthening. I don't really see the volume really, to be honest with you, but I like that it's not clumping, because as much as I love my telescopic, it does clump sometimes. So if this holds well and doesn't clump. Just because of that factor, it'd probably become a favorite of mine, because who wants clumpy mascara? Nobody. But it's not as like voluminous as I thought it was going to be, but I like it. I definitely like it. So I'm gonna put it on the other eye, and then obviously I'll tell you how long it wears and how easy it is to take off too, because if mascara is not easy to take off, that sucks. So I'll be right back to finish the eye, and then we'll end it with the lip gloss that I'm super excited about. So the mascara is on. Here's what it looks like. I actually really like it. So last step is the butter gloss. Bling though, bling you guys, because everyone knows the NYX butter gloss, iconic. I think everyone's used it at least once in their life, or it's a good starter. It's like $6, really affordable. So I had to order this online because when I was at my store, they were either sold out or they didn't have it. I don't know. So I ordered it online, and this says 8 shades, $6, sheer to medium coverage, can be layered on top of like other lipsticks and stuff, not sticky, smooth creamy finish, and cruelty free. So we love that. I am not gonna layer it on anything else today because I want to see what it looks like on its own. And this is the lipstick brush. I think it is anyway, but I'm not gonna use it because it has a doe foot applicator. I don't need that. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot I bought a lip liner. And you wanna know why I forgot? Oh, Jesus. I forgot because I never use lip liner because I don't know, I just don't really like it. This is the e.l.f. lip liner, and it's only $2. And I've just been wanting to try it because it's super affordable. And I normally like e.l.f. It's a pencil, so if I run out of it, I'll have to sharpen it. But yeah, this is the shade Pinky Swear. And this one says that, how many, this says it's available in 8 shades. It's a creamy semi-matte formula and high color. Glides on easy to sculpt lips, no tugging, which is good. Pencil formula, cruelty free. And it says it's long wear, but again, it didn't say like how long wear. I'm assuming like 8 hours. And then yeah, $2. I don't know if we said that, but I could only find it at Walmart or on the e.l.f. website. So I got it at Walmart the other day. I didn't see it at Ulta or Target, but this is just a nice pink shade. I figured this would be the best shade for me because I feel like most of the stuff I wear is pink. So yeah, that's the color. That did feel smooth when I put it on my hands. So let's hope it looks good on my lip. It's like sharp enough and easy enough to use, but not too sharp. It's like hurting my lip, so that's good. It's gliding on easy. I just have the smallest lips, and they're such a weird shape. Like they go like down. My lips are freaking weird. I don't know. Okay, that was super easy to line. Went on really smooth. I would just color in the sides. Every time I watch people use lip liner, they like color in the sides, so I'm gonna do that as well. I don't know, I never use lip liner. I don't know if it's like necessary. Maybe it is for some people, but for me, I just don't feel like it is, so I just don't really wear it, but I did like that. Okay, these colors are actually really different from each other, so I don't know if this is gonna go well together. You see how that's like much more pink than the lip liner? So I don't know if they're gonna go well together, but we shall see. As you can see though, you can see the shimmer in there, the bling in there, which I really love. So here's the doe foot applicator. Again, if you use the butter gloss, you are very aware of these. Oh my god, this is pretty. You can totally see the sparkle. I was worried you wouldn't see the sparkle that much, but you really can. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't know if this lip liner goes with this. Oopsie. Well, it is what it is. It is actually pretty sheer. So I feel like this would be good layered on top of something. So next time I wear it, I'll probably wear it on top of something. But I mean, it's pretty alone, but it's sheer. So I don't think it's medium sheer. I'd say it's just sheer. Here we go. Let me see. See how blingy and sparkly that is? Oh, I like that. I'm actually gonna use that lipstick brush to try to blend in the liner a little more, because I feel like the liner doesn't really match it that great. Oh, it's not really, oh shit. It's not really blending in that great. Dang it, I thought those colors are gonna go fine together, because like, it's called Pinky Swear. You'd think it would be pink. That was the most pink shade they had, so it kind of blended it together. Yeah, this is really, really sheer. I think I need another coat of it. I liked that brush. It was soft, did what I needed it to do. Yeah, this is really sheer. You'd need to, unless you like super sheer lip glosses, I'd wear it on top of something else. But I like how blingy it is. So, yeah. Okay, that's the lips, I guess. This is just the makeup then. I gotta fix my eyeshadow a little bit on my bad eyelid, but that's eyeshadow, or the makeup, my gosh. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty natural. I have some skin ailments going on. Yeah, I think it's good for summer. It's very pinky, natural. I'm gonna show you in natural light too, because I always like to show you it in different lights. So this is like ring light and makeup mirror light. Okay, it's not super sunny out today because it was raining, but the sun came out a little bit. And as you can see, here it is in natural light. It looks very natural. I like it so far. It's 3:39 right now. My camera kept dying, so I had to like wait in between parts to keep going because my camera battery kept dying. So I thought I'd be done around 2:30, but I started putting it on at 1:30. But because I don't know, I'm gonna keep it on until at least 10:30. If I can go longer, cool. I'm gonna go to a staff meeting tonight, so maybe someone will tell me my makeup looks good. I don't know, we'll see. If they don't, that's cool. But yeah, so I will see you guys later. So far, I like it, and I will let you know tonight how it lasted. Okay, so it's 1:40 a.m. It's really late, and I tried to keep it on as long as possible. It's been on for like 12-ish hours now, and yeah, it looks rough. It doesn't look like terrible, but it doesn't look that great either. I'm gonna give the eyeshadow a pass because of my eczema, but yeah, overall I think it held up nice. And when I went to my work meeting earlier, I did get a compliment on my makeup, so that was cool. That was a good makeup day then, I'd say. And I think I do like everything. I'm just not quite sure about the highlighter or the brush kit. The brush kit is an amazing deal. I just don't think I needed all those brushes, but I wanted a deal and I got one. And they all are nice. I just don't need all of them. Some of them I didn't really like, but for the most part, they're all good quality, soft, you know, did the job. So if you're looking for an affordable brush kit and you need a lot of brushes and you like to use a lot of brushes, I will link that down below. Make sure you check it out. And with that highlighter, I'm just going to, I think, put it on my finger next time and see if that goes on better. And yeah, I think everything else I liked. And I'm going to test off if the mascara will come off with some eye remover. Yeah, eyeshadow remover. I use that for eyeshadow and mascara. And as long as this comes off easy, I will enjoy this mascara. Okay, yeah, that came off pretty good. So overall, pretty good day. Check out any of those products. I recommend most of them. And yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos from me, please make sure you are subscribed and you've hit the bell so you get notified every time I post. And if you want to check out any of my social medias, I will write them down below and link them down below. And I hope you have an amazing day. Bye!
You are always on my mind, always on my mind, always on my mind. Oh.